Okay, now we have the function y equals f of x equals x squared plus 1. Now, what does a graph of x squared plus 1 look like? Well, this means that every y value is 1 more than it was for the y equals x squared function. So we can take the x squared graph, the flight graph here, and raise every point 1 unit, and we get the graph of x squared plus 1. So it's rather easy to picture this graph. Now we want the rate of change on the interval 1 plus h. The x interval from 1 to 1 plus h. I didn't indicate that interval up here because we don't know what the value of h is. Okay, but if this is where x equals 1, let's just say this is the interval. Here's 1 plus h. So on this graph, the two graph points will be here and here, so the segment joining them is here, and the fundamental triangle is going to look much like this. Okay. Now I've drawn it here again. What are the coordinates of this point? Well, 1 and f of 1. Okay? And x coordinate at this end of the interval is 1 plus h, so the coordinates of this point are 1 plus h, f of 1 plus h. I haven't used the fact that f of x is x squared plus 1. I've simply written it down in function notation. And then the rise is f of 1 plus h minus f of 1. The run is 1 plus h minus 1, f of 1 plus h minus f of 1 here. 1 plus h minus 1 here. And of course 1 plus h minus 1 is h. So our run is h. Simplifies to h. It follows that our slope is f of 1 plus h minus f of 1, the rise, divided by h, the run. I've given everything in f of x notation because at this point I can do the same calculation for any other function. If I want to change my function, I still can. Or if I want to apply this to a number of functions, I don't have to do all this anymore. I have this expression. Okay, now, f of 1 plus h. What's f of 1 plus h? Well, if you replace x by 1 plus h, then you got to replace this x by 1 plus h. It gives you the quantity 1 plus h squared plus 1. So right there is f of 1 plus h. And f of 1, now I wrote it, yeah, you could say it's 2 because if x is 1, then x squared is 1, you add 1, you get 2. But I'm going to write it 1 plus 1, sorry, 1 squared plus 1, just a straightforward substitution, just to keep track of what the numbers are doing and where they come from. Now, over here, I emphasized that f of 1 plus h is 1 plus h squared plus 1. I used that here. What's 1 plus h squared? Well, 1 plus h squared is 1 plus h times 1 plus h. You can use that f thing if you want to, but I don't recommend it because it doesn't work for anything but binomials. I say the distributive law, and if you use the distributive law or that f thing, this is what you get. So that this expression simplifies somewhat. So let's simplify this expression. Now again, it's at this point where we became specific about this function. Everything up to here, and this is all kind of run together, so let's make sure we understand where it's separated. Everything up to above the purple line could apply to any function at all on the interval 1 to 1 plus h. At this point, we plugged in to the f of x function, and now we have the expression. Now, I don't continue this. I just say equals, etc. We're going to simplify this. And the first thing in simplifying is we square the 1 plus h. We replace 1 plus h with 1 plus 2h plus h squared. And then all the simplification becomes pretty straightforward.